So that's it, folks. Annaliese got eliminated from America's Next Top Model. No, don't cry. No, seriously, I'm over it. It was a long time ago. And let's face it, final 3? Come on, nobody saw that coming. When I initially went on the show, all I wanted to do was beat where I got on Britain's. I was quite happy with where I came. 7th, not that bad. But I thought, you know what, I can do better this time. 3rd? Come on, I'm nearly going to have a heart attack. I thought the universe wanted me to win it, but it's fine. I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason, and clearly, I wasn't supposed to be America's Next Top Model. But again, final 3, baby. Ugh. Just got to dust my shoulders off, come on. I'm impressed. But yeah, let's go on with recapping, I guess. I suppose that's what I do on these things. So... Go Seas, we obviously got the Thai Ramel, we're in Hong Kong, yay. And we knew we had to go on Go Seas. I don't know why Laura was mad that we had to go on another one, because you know that's just what happens, especially when they go to another country. Go Seas, hello. Go Seas, castings, whatever you want to call them. I was actually quite excited about castings. I like castings because I get to talk and I get to be me and meet people. However, sometimes talking doesn't work very well for me. Sometimes it's a little bit much. Perfect example is the second casting. What was his name? I think his name was Henry. He wasn't that nice about me, was he? He wasn't feeling my vibe. I tried. But like I said, when a designer asks you to walk 3 times in a different way, you were not giving them what they wanted. But I tried. I did try. But sometimes that happens. I mean, you go to so many castings and sometimes you don't book them. Oh well, you move on to the next. Which is what I did. But I did think that I was definitely over talkative and a little bit forced, I think. Like, don't get me wrong, my personality is quite out there, but it felt a little bit staged to me and I didn't really like watching it. Nah, not my kind of thing. So after that casting, I was like, you know what? Annaliese, less is more. No talking. Keep it calm, serene, sophisticated. Yeah. Well, that went all out of the window when we went to that theatrical designer who was like, he wanted me to be over the top and crazy, and hello, my outfit was bananas hanging off of a bikini. I had a banana in my fro. A banana in my fro. How can I even... That's asking for some zany, over-the-top personality as far as I'm concerned. So that's what I gave him. And he barely asked us to walk. I mean, obviously it was edited quite a lot. But it was like, he wanted us to roam the room and shimmy and like... I don't know, it was a bit random, but it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed him. And I think I showed afterwards that I was a little bit on a high after his. I was like, I was going to go in and, you know, not talk. But he just pepped me right up and I was like, okay, next casting, Annaliese, calm it down. Nude is Rude. Had a lot of fun in Nude is Rude. The clothes are banging, may I add. Banging. Really, really comfortable. Proper like, you know, like I'm one of those people who likes to go to the airport and kind of look kind of fancy. Not too fancy. Fancy but comfortable. Nude is Rude clothing. Perfect for that. Absolutely perfect. And they really liked me. I was one of her favourites, actually. I say one of her favourites. I think I was actually her favourite. Again, I should stop dusting my shoulders off. It's pretty bad. But I'm impressed with myself. I'm sorry. I'm trying to hold it down. What else? What was the other ones? Oh, we did William Tang. I wrote it down. William Tang, and that red dress was gorge. Absolutely loved that dress. And he was lovely about me, so we love him even more. I'm sure I wrote some other things here. I did write that Sophie had on some bad underwear. Sophie, you know better than to turn up at a casting with that underwear. I could see it right through the dress. I'm not going to focus on Sophie in this. Let me move on. I didn't even really explain the challenge. Can you tell that I'm in a bit of a weird mood? I'm a little bit... All my thoughts are just like flying out of my mouth and they're all like in my brain and I can't seem to put them in any kind of random order. It was weird watching tonight. It was quite hard, a little bit emotional. Woosah. I'm over it. So where was I going with that? Let's see. Yeah, like I said, didn't explain it very well. Kelly met us on the boat, again, words. Met us on the boat and told us that we'd be getting 1,000 Hong Kong dollars for each casting that we booked. Money, big incentive for me, all about it, love the stuff. So I was trying to book as many as possible. I mean, you're gonna try and book as many as possible anyways. but that one with Henry didn't go too well. William went really, really well. We liked Gregory Durham and his fantastical, magical, theatrical stuff. Excelente. And I feel like I'm missing one. Gregory, Nude is Rude, Henry, William. Spoke about them all. Yeah, so I should probably move on. But yeah, it was a complicated challenge, this, because basically we found out that me and Sophie were the favourites of 2 designers each. So we were tied in that respect, but then Sophie booked 3 jobs. And it's just so annoying because, like I said, Nude is Rude, I was actually her favourite. But the prize, if you booked the most castings, is to be the face of Nude is Rude. So yes, slightly gutted. But again, it was all a long time ago. I've kind of got to get over things. Firm believer, everything happens for a reason. It obviously wasn't meant to be. It's okay. But yeah, so we had some money. Partying with our male models. Hey, that was fun. But it wasn't that long though. It wasn't that long. They made it look like we partied all night till the early hours. No, we probably partied for maybe an hour and a half if we were lucky. And did they even put into the show that they said all the money that we'd earn, if we had it left over at the end of the night, they would take it away from us. Hence why we were blowing money fast. We were making it rain. Like, seriously, I've never been in a position to spend money so frivolously because I'm a bit of a saver. I like to, save my money. I would have probably spent 1,000. Spend 1,000, keep 2,000 for myself. No, we were popping bottles left, right and centre. And like an hour and a half, Laura did get kind of drunk. In fact, I can't even just blame Laura. We all got slightly tipsy. Laura just ran with it a little. She was up on the chairs, like, way. It was really, really good. We kind of needed it, but that day was long. So we had to wake up really, really early that day to get on the ferry from Macau to go to Hong Kong. Then we were on a next boat that was over the harbour, and we went one way, met the male models, then came back and then went back again. It was all really confusing, and then obviously ran around Hong Kong, and there was a festival going on, so I was like shimmying with my guy David. That was fun for the crowd. Long day, and we knew it was coming because they told us to bring something else, like another outfit. We were like, what are you doing here? We were so tired, but it was a lot of fun. Totally and utterly enjoyed partying in Hong Kong, and hopefully I'll get another chance to do that. Turning over the page of my notes. Photo shoot. Oh. Yeah. You know what? They didn't make it look half as bad as it actually was. I don't know. It feels like sometimes you build things up in your brain. You think that it's really, really bad because it was such a long time ago. And I can barely remember, but I can tell you that shoot did not go well. That bottle sucked my energy dry. And then I didn't know what to do with myself. We had this big puffy dress, and so you couldn't do anything with your legs, and my arms were just like this, and I was like, I don't feel like my dreams come true right now. I feel like I'm stuck in a bottle and I'm kind of claustrophobic and it's sucking up all my energy. Yeah, I didn't enjoy that. But I tried my hardest, and I think that was the most frustrating thing about it. I even did like a little speech to the client and Jay and everyone who was standing there, and Jez, who was lovely, by the way. We love Jez Smith. Cute as well. Hot photographer, banging photos, and he was just a really nice guy. Like, even after I got eliminated, he was still talking to me and stuff. Like, bumped into him around the hotel and stuff. Lovely dude. We love him. Yeah, turning over. I'm not actually on my second page already. Yeah, the shoot was just, oh. And I cried, and there was barely any, and I never cry. It takes a lot to make me cry, but sometimes you just need to get it out of your system and like continue. They wouldn't let me get it out of my system properly. Straight after I did badly in the shoot, they shoved me in front of a camera and made me talk to camera for about 5 minutes of me just like wailing through this interview. I'm not a pretty crier either. Like, at least if I was a pretty crier, I'd be all for it, but like boogers and yeah, not a good look really. But I'm glad I did it. What could you say? It was just so frilly and pink, and like frilly and pink and happy, and don't get me wrong, I like happiness and I like a bit of pink. I'm more of a fuchsia pink kind of girl though. bright pinks as opposed to baby pinks. I don't think the styling was particularly great on that shoot. That's nothing to say about the stylist at all, just what it was. If they were going for youthful, don't you think it should have been like a cute little tutu-y kind of thing? Because then maybe we could have done something with your legs, kicked it, a bit of attitude, and, you know, looked young. This bottle was just like, yeah. I felt more constipated than dream come true. So I suppose I better move on to Elimination. Elimination, our t-shirts. Well, Laura ripped up her t-shirt. I saw it as soon as Laura ripped up her t-shirt. I'm like, if I don't have to wear this, it's not getting done. So I just cut it up. I cut out the flag. I kind of just wanted to hold the flag, but the producers made me stick it on my dress. It looked alright though. Yeah, it was alright. Sophie had her little t-shirt on under her blouse, which you so couldn't see. I don't even know why they made us wear those stupid t-shirts in the first place. It was very annoying. Yeah, so basically none of us did amazingly on that photo shoot. All of the comments were a little bit wishy-washy and they were like, it just doesn't look youthful. And we're all young girls. It should look youthful. Like I said, I wasn't sure of the concept, the styling, the bottle thing. Yeah, I don't think that was as much as our faults as it was the concept and all of the extra stuff that kind of goes into it. I got comments about looking muscular. I was a gymnast for 10 years. Look, they're there. Look, they're actually there. I have quite a lot of muscle. I wish I could hide it. In fact, you know what? No, I don't wish I can hide it. That's my arms. Regardless of what I do, they're never going to look like, you know, those emaciated models with the stick arms. Doesn't matter what I do. I could starve myself for a week and my arms still wouldn't look like that. So I can't even say that that's a bad comment calling me muscular. Or what was it? Serena Williams meets Michelle Obama. I suppose I'm supposed to be offended by that. I quite like Serena Williams though. I think she's hot. What's a girl gonna do? What were the other photos? Yeah, everyone's comments weren't that amazing. It was kind of hard. And I suppose I'm supposed to stand by some of the comments that I said. Chocolate brownie. It's true. I did stand out against Sophie and Laura in that respect. I did also say, I hope she probably is going to watch this, but I'm going to be honest because I said it on TV. I don't think Laura and her zagalicious, fantastic self, may I add, ties in with the ANTM brand. But I think she'd tell you that herself. Again, this is probably not one of my best vlogs. I'm kind of just rambling my way through it. I have no clue where I'm at. My notes are finished. Oh wait, I found the other page of notes. Hold on a second. Yeah, so deliberation. Like I've said this before, but I'm always a little bit worried about deliberation because if they gave you bad comments to your face, you know it's going to be 10 times worse behind your back. But Kelly, I am gobsmacked that Kelly actually said she was proud of me. Where did that come from? I personally think I just sound like a really hippie, airy-fairy person saying this, but I really do think that the whole reason I made it so far in the competition was because I needed to eventually hear that Kelly Catrona changed her opinion of me. Once I heard her say that in Elimination, while they were deliberating, I was like, oh, for you! It means I'm going home. I'm happy. This is it. I'm ready to go home. I know exactly why the universe kept me here for so long. It just wanted me to change my mind. Just wanted Kelly Catrona to change her mind on me. And I did it. Again, with the patting myself on the back and dusting my shoulders off. Kelly Catrona actually was proud of me. And ever so slightly liked me. Although, did you see on the challenge, when she had to give me the money, she looked like she didn't want to get anywhere near me. So, there you go. Pretty funny. Yeah, Jez said I was a little bit flat, but I was flat. I can't even argue with that shoot. All the comments were so true. So true, so true. I was kind of rubbish. But it just happens sometimes. Sometimes shoots go amazingly and sometimes they don't go so well. But let's face it, if they don't go so well, usually there's not a camera crew in your face and then you know that you're not going to have to turn up a panel and justify it and then have it aired to the entire world. Less pressure. Yeah, so I went home. Wasn't it the best elimination ever? How happy did I look? Seriously, I was relieved. I was extremely happy. Pure joy on my face. I hugged Kelly Catrone. And it was just smiles. The whole thing was jokes, and I'm so glad that I managed to leave on a high as opposed to like leaving like depressed and crying. Like, Simone, I love you too, but your exit speech or whatever that happens at the end, not cool, love, not cool. That was your last speech to the American public, or really the worldwide public, and you just, no. I left on a good note. What can I say? I'm happy. I'm good. I'm probably going to have to do another blog just for talking about the experience. I feel like I've got loads more to say, but it's 15 minutes now that I've been rambling in a very random kind of order. Yeah, we'll see what happens on the next blog. I'll probably answer some questions. Not too many, though. You guys scare me sometimes with the amount of questions that I get. Yeah, I'll probably just talk about my experience. Sorry, I just noticed my necklace. Do you like my necklace? I did a photo shoot while I was here in Miami with Kevin Haddon. Check him out. Kevin Haddon, Twitter. And his team, his whole team, amazing. And they gave me this necklace. Very fitting since I'd done a Hello Kitty shoot and that we were in Hong Kong, so I thought I'd get that in my blog too. I better go again. 16 minutes and 28 seconds. The time goes so quick. How do I manage to do this? I have no clue. But I'm probably going to do another one. Yeah. So I'm eliminated. Don't worry, won't be the last time you see me, I promise.